What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're in this bitch about to talk some boxing. We got Sonny Edwards taking on Bam Unification bout this weekend. And of course, we're going to have to recap Haney Prograis, which was a good card, but wasn't as good as the great card of Robeisy Ramirez versus Espinoza same weekend. As always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts of this weekend and let us know your picks for next weekend. I'm Paul, pick 'em, win 'em, Contra, and I'm joined with
What's going on, boys? It's your man PT. Let's get into it.
The boys top five are boxing.
All right, boys. So I wanted to start, I had intentions of starting with Haney versus Prograis because that was the big card. But I mean, the card I feel like that stole the show come Saturday night because that bitch was at the same time, like screen by screen, walkouts.
That shit was hard to watch, bro. I was trying to balance both of them. It was literally the same time.
Rafael Espinoza shocks the world, being a big underdog, upsetting Robeisy Ramirez in the main event, majority decision. But of course, I mean, we had the Xander Zayas, the Shoes, the Tiger Johnsons, Richard Torres Jr. We had the whole clan of them. Where do y'all want to start first?
I guess you might as well start with the youngins. Let's get through
You
them.
wanted the fight stand out to y'all out of the young cats? Yeah, Richard Torres going his furthest of his career, 8 rounds, still getting the knockout.
Honestly, Xander.
Yeah, Xander with the body shot. What was that, second round?
Body shot KO. Yep.
He got it in the 5th round, but he was setting it up all fight.
Oh, my fault. I thought it was early. But yeah, no, definitely.
He dropped him early, though. He dropped him, I think, the 2nd round.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, definitely Xander was definitely probably the standout for the youngins.
Yeah. He gonna keep looking good, too. He gonna keep shining.
Yeah, I had to walk back all the shit I was talking on that boy come fight night. Jim was in there dancing and everything after the fight.
Until he gets with the big dogs, but he's gonna keep shining.
He's still young though. I think he's still got some more time to grow.
Yeah.
What is he like? 21?
21.
Yeah, right around there.
We'll see how it plays out.
The fight that kind of caught my eye early was the Jahi Tucker Francisco Vernon card, and like
I forgot about that one, bro. That's crazy.
Vernon was fucking that left hook, that uppercut was there all fight. I honestly thought he should have won the fight. It was, I mean, Tucker did come back in the second half to steal some rounds, but I felt like Vernon did enough in the fight to walk out with the win. I mean, it ends in a majority draw. I doubt we get the rematch, but maybe we do.
That was a tough fight for Tucker. That was a fun. What was that? The first fight? When was that on the card?
That was the first fight of the main card.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, that was fun to watch. Shout out Tucker, man.
And then Shushu, 2nd round KO. I'm pretty sure he called out somebody too, or maybe it was everybody.
I think it was.
Oh yeah, it was Inoue. He didn't call. It was this fight. He said he thinks he has all the tools to stop the Inoue trade. What do y'all think?
Maybe down the road. All right now, I don't think anyone's ready to do that.
Oh yeah, nobody's beating Inoue.
But I like Shushu, man. He's gonna be a beast, though. He's still a young pup, man.
And he beat up on I was calling him Gabriel Rosado's little brother, the little Edgar looking up. Jason Sanchez.
Oh yeah, he's gonna keep doing that. He's gonna keep getting these boys up out of there.
Deontay Tiger Johnson, split decision. Didn't look as sharp as I don't think any of us thought he was going to look. And then Richard Torres, he went all 8 rounds, but he gets the knockout in the 8th round. Furthest fight of his career by far. But Curtis Harper was on skates for most of his fight. But Richard Torres was kind of gassing, so it was kind of hard for him to get the finish. But this fight that stole the show, Miami was lit for this one. The crowd definitely was going crazy during this fight.
Hell yeah, that shit was deep, bro. A bunch of Cubans. I was seeing the Cuban flags around. Top Rank loves doing that. That's why they go to the hometowns.
Shit, it was supposed to be a hometown easy one for Robeisy, but he walked in there. Bro, this Mexican was like 6'5", bro. The longest shit. Bro. He was long, tall.
He reminded me of Fendora.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looked like Fendora's little brother or some shit.
The Mexican cousin, bro.
Bro, that was a scrap.
And
them boys went to war.
I mean, Espinoza, they were saying I think they were saying all the first 4 rounds, Espinoza was kind of just walking him, but Ramirez was just kind of learning, and then he finally got his
And came
timing
back.
down. He gets the drop, and that where if y'all was in the group chat, where we was like, oh my god! But I thought the fight was gonna be over. He folded up.
Yeah, he did fold up, bro. That shit was wild. Nah, bro, the 12th round drop, that shit blew my mind, bro. And boys was going back and forth, and then pow, 23 seconds left, bro. It's that's like a game winning 3 or some shit, bro. That was he clutched the win right there.
To me, that was the ceiling of the fight. Because it was tied going. It's super close
Yeah.
going into the 12th round. It was 1 round apart, and then that drop happened. I was like, dang, he just sealed it, man. I was going for Robeisy, but
They was both landing clean shots where it really could have went both ways until that final drop. So that shit was crazy, bro. I was like, damn. Bro
I
hit
feel
a
like
walk-off home run.
Robeisy didn't. I feel like in that 5th round, because he won the 5th round for sure with the droppage, or it was 6th round, bro. He won those middle late rounds, 5 through 9. But I feel like when he dropped him in the 5th round, I didn't think he was gonna. I don't think he thought he was gonna get back up.
Yeah, facts.
And then his whole game plan at that point, because Espinoza had the volume. Old boy was just he kept throwing him.
Throwing, bro, just nonstop volume, just nonstop, bro. I think that was the toughest part.
And then Robeisy would just he would eat because they're landing on the chin. Some of them, some of them, but I felt was wobbling him, and he would just throw that little fucking left hand overhand and just be right on the money. And to me, it was just a counter shot versus a counter puncher versus a volume striker. And
Yeah,
after Espinoza got up and he kept eating them, I was like, bro, I don't think Robeisy got anything. I don't think he has the ability to kill him at this point, because Espinoza just keeps marching forward.
that shit was crazy. That's definitely up there for fight of the year so far. Well, I guess
And
not
we're
so
getting towards
far.
the end, but
Yeah, I was about to
does this
say,
sway
man.
to pick for y'all on fight of the year right now?
I would have to. I might have to go
I
back and
said,
review.
I don't know. There's been a lot of good ones this year.
Hey, I can't think of all the fights on the top of my head right now, but I know for sure that's definitely up there.
I know I had not Rocket, no. I had Cordina versus Rocketimoff in the top, one of the best fights of the year. The co-main event of Robeisy, the co-main event to the fucking Dogbo Ramirez fight. Even though Dogbo Ramirez was a good fight, I think the co-main event was even better. But
I know what you're
this
talking
one
about.
here was just fucking. I mean, it's the opening bell to end bell.
Bro, this was like a movie type fight, especially with that 12th round draw, bro. That was like some shit you be seeing in the movies.
But yeah, I mean, great fight. I mean, if you're a casual that was too busy paying attention to the Haney Prograis card, you definitely missed out on fucking one of the best cards of the year put on by Top.
Shout out ESPN, man.
And then card, Haney Prograis, our boy Gator, our boy Andy Cruz made the debut in Americas. Put it on for the Tampa and I guess Philly. He was training in Philly as well, but Andy Cruz getting the 3rd round KO over a fucking vet and Giovanni Straffron. How did you feel about his performance, Gator?
Amazing, man. And after that performance, I don't see Keyshawn hanging with him, man. I made my pick. I decided that Andy Cruz is just a more talented fighter. He beat him 4 times, so obviously he had to be better. And Andy Cruz, that 3rd round stoppage, the combinations, his range with his jab, how he can control it, he's super good.
He was the power shots there. I mean, they said his first fight, the first pro fight, it was a lot more amateur style. He was just kind of getting points. He wasn't he wasn't sitting in on his shots. This fight, I felt 90% of every shot he threw and landed was a power shot.
No, I thought he looked great. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The way he was throwing, putting punches together, that shit was nasty. He's gonna be a problem.
Mark, what do you think was better out of that fight? What was a better performance? The Andy Cruz KO or the Eddie Hearn promo he cut?
Oh yeah, bro. That boy Eddie Hearn's a goat, bro. I was like, bro, it's like Triple H in there, bro. Like on cutting a WWE promo, he spazzed on the mic. I wish he could play a clip in here.
And then he got on FaceTime with Keyshawn in the back locker room. Like, bro, you don't not FaceTime, it was on Instagram Live. It was like you don't want to see Andy. You don't want none of this. I like you, Keyshawn. Yeah, I think you're a great fighter, but you don't want Andy.
No, not at all, man. Andy Cruz
You're
will put
gonna see,
him in
man.
under.
My dog's gonna want revenge.
Andy Cruz will put him in down under.
Damn.
And this was technically for the IBF international belt at like a regional scene type of belt. So like you keep stacking up those regional belts, you're eventually gonna have to get into the ring with that top guy. And I don't think Keyshawn will be holding a belt, don't get me wrong, but maybe be a vacant belt down the line these two fight for.
I mean, 135 is open.
And how did you feel about your boy Amari Jones, Gator? Did you get to catch his knockout?
I saw a clip of it. I didn't watch it live, but he's always gonna do what he did. So, he's still fighting those little mid tier fights under Haney's cars. You know what I'm saying? But I think within the next year he should move up and fight a little bit more competition.
And then for our co-main event, we had the Aussie Liam Perro get the KO over Montana Love.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Montana Love was bitching and complaining about it was an early stoppage, but like the ref was saving his fucking life. He wasn't even throwing shit back. He was just kind of trying his best to get, like he was waiting for that bell. He was just kept backing up, swaying. I'm gonna kind of hug if you get a little too close. But Perro just kept landing big shots. I mean, you got to do something for the ref not to stop it.
Facts.
Montana Love's, he sucks, man.
Right. His whole thing, it was like the MVP Jake Paul promotion. So he gets signed off of that. He wins like the first one. The second one he comes in overweight. The third one he gets qualified for throwing over the rope. And then he ends up getting bodied. Now it was like, bro, like Jake Paul promotions ain't putting out hitters, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Then this was the fight that kind of is going to – this is what people are going to talk about, I think, for a while until we see both of these guys fight again. Devin Haney's performance, masterclass performance, 12-0 shutout on all three scorecards over Regis Prograis is the new WBC super lightweight champion of the world. At 140, bro, this man looks – this is the best Devin Haney I have laid my eyes upon.
Nah, facts, bro. This definitely is hands down, by far, not even close to his best performance, bro. Look, like, perfect, bro. I mean, I know, granted, like, Regis, we kind of called it, like, the skill level wasn't there. He was going to rely more on toughness and that grit type, but, bro, Haney looked perfect, bro. He used his boxing ability, was able to like stay in that pocket. He was just kind of step to the side, throw shots. Like he looks more firm in the pocket. He just that power you see. He might not have that like I don't know, bro. Bro was kind of like I feel like he could have knocked out Regis, but I feel like he listened to more of the corner and they didn't really press because Regis is a counter puncher. He was kind of baiting him in, but I feel like Haney could have got him out of there. And I'm excited to see Haney at 140. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely made me more of a fan, bro. Bro looks tough.
Yeah, that was by far his best performance.
Hell yeah.
I almost should have bricked when he dropped him, bro.
Bro, and he dropped him with like a what was
straight right.
It was straight right, bro. He even like leaned in. He said, "Fuck."
It wasn't even that like I don't know, bro.
That was damn near like a Superman punch. The way he just fucking like came in.
Yeah, like he just kind of put it out there, bro. And I'm like, man. Nah, Haney looked nice, bro. I feel like this is like a perfect weight class, and then he's gonna keep going up from here. So 147, he's gonna fit right or fit nice in.
When he threw that punch, it was one of those like in his head. He was like, "Can I do that?" And then he landed. He's like, "Oh shit, I can do that! Like fuck, like, I can do whatever I want right now."
Nah, he really bullied Regis in there. That shit was kind of crazy.
When he dropped Regis, I said fuck, and I literally only thing that was playing in my head was like what I was saying about if he gets a knockout, like we ain't never gonna see no fucking knockout. Like we were talking that shit too. We get a knockout.
Bro, he landed 36 punches out of like 300, bro. That's insane.
He broke the record, which was recently broke by Shakur over in a Santos fight a couple weeks ago. But I said it in the group chat. The difference between both performances was Shakur was on the back foot getting the fuck out of town as quickly as he
And
could,
using like one punch at a time.
whereas Haney was in front of him the whole fight. Like there was
Damn near walking him down.
Haney was walking, where Regis was a scared. He just kept throwing his little pitter patter left jab or his little. Oh no, his I forget his sort. His
right.
His little right little
jab.
and then that shit wouldn't land, and he'll just get the fuck out of town, bro. It's like Haney, the way he dropped him, I was like, bro, I was just sitting here like, I gotta take back everything I said about Haney. Like this is a different man. Like this guy might get KOs in the future. Like especially with what I just saw right there, this man might knock out motherfuckers.
No, he definitely is gonna knock out. He's gonna get some knockouts, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He got that type of power because he's so accurate and like precise, and then like his body. I don't know. He just knows how to place his punches, and I think just his body weight now is more natural. He's more healthy, and he's definitely got more power to him.
The rumors that are circulating, I'm just going to bring it up. I don't want to dive too deep in it, but the rumors circulating between Tank and Haney, does that fight ever come to fruition, or at least does it come to fruition in 2024, or because like I said in the group chat also, like Tank wants to fight, but Tank wants his rehydration clauses put into effect because he doesn't want to fight someone 160 pounds come fight day. On vice versa, Haney's have been clear since day one. We're not going to take a fight that has rehydration clauses. Like, play by the rules. We're playing by the rules type shit. Does that fight ever come to fruition, or is this a fight that you want to see it, but it's never going to happen just because the two teams are so far apart?
It just comes down to A side and whoever sends the contract, and it's kind of like a take it or leave it kind of thing.
I don't think it's gonna happen this year. I mean, it sucks because I would love for it to happen, but I think Haney's gonna go on to fight like Tio, and like he's gonna try to go get all the belts at 140, and he's gonna go up to 47. And once he goes up to 47, that fight with Tank is dead because I highly doubt Tank ever gets that high.
That was my thought. Like the moment he leaves the 140 division, that fight
is dead. Because it's not like Pacquiao and Mayweather where they can still meet later down the road. I don't think Tank's going to be able to jump weight like as he gets older. I mean, he could maybe because he has the power to. But I think he's even said that he doesn't really feel that comfortable at 140. So, I mean, I don't really see that being. So, I mean, if it doesn't happen next, I don't think it happens at all. Because I think Haney would go after Tio and go after, Unified.
I co-sign that. I also think personally, like at this point in their careers, Tank needs that fight more than Haney needs that fight. You would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have said otherwise. Last year, probably would have said otherwise. But I think if Haney continues what he's doing,
Haney's chasing greatness, bro.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. He's undisputed, youngest undisputed ever at lightweight. Goes up to win to beat the belt for 140. Maybe he gets 2 belts at 140. He gets a unified belt holder at 140, and then he'll move up to 147 and probably win another belt. Like he's gonna go on to be a 3 division, maybe 4 division champion, potentially undisputed in multiple. Definitely probably unified in a couple of them. That's and the names on the resume are gonna look good. You got Loma, you got Linares, you got Prograis now. Maybe he beats Tio. Maybe he beats Ryan Garcia. Maybe he beats one of these other like B-lister type A-lister.
He's still got some big names that he could fight without fighting.
Yeah.
Whereas Tank, he's getting older. The guys that are at 135, it's thinning out. Like, yeah, we got prospects coming up, but the big guys who are at 130, 135 last year are now moving on to the 140s. And he can't let all these names pass him by. If he lets all these names pass him by, he's going to be sitting there. And even if he beats like a Keyshawn Davis 3 years from now, it'll be like, oh, Keyshawn Davis is too young. So it should be, if we have all it's like you got to beat the guys in around your weight class now, put them on your resume. Otherwise, you'll make all the money in the world. You'll be fucking maybe richer than Floyd. Who knows? But as long as you don't have, you'll just be one of those. You'll be the guy that people talk about as like, oh, he was the best boxer but he just wasn't ever the champion. He didn't ever beat the guy. But he had all the skills in the world.
He's letting all the youngins surpass him, bro. Like T.O., Haney, they were just prospects when Tank was a champion, and now T.O. and Haney, they're surpassing him. So I mean, I feel like Tank needs to hurry up and catch these names and fuck the money. I mean, you're still gonna make your money. That's like obvious. Like you still gonna get your bag. Just go out there and get some of these legacy fights, man.
If Ryan Garcia, Rolly, Hector Garcia, and who else did I say? There's someone else. They're both the Garcias. Oh, and a short notice Pitbull Cruz. If that's your best 4 fights when you retire, you're not making the Hall of Fame, buddy.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll be in the fans Hall of Fame because them tank riders go hard.
He definitely needs some legacy fights, and he's got the 4 kings, the 4 young kings around him or whatever. You gotta take advantage of that, man.
What's your thoughts on that, Gator?
Yeah, he has to take a legacy fight.
Yeah,
hopefully he gets a Haney fight next year.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Some of these fighters got dare to be great, and if that means you don't put a rehydration clause into that fight,
honestly, I feel like it all comes down to Tank. I feel like if Tank doesn't accept the clause, then he's kind of more of the duck than Haney. I don't think really. I think it's Haney's like he's got the I don't know. He's got the bigger hand.
All right, now enough of the last weekend. Leave that shit in the rear view. There's a reason why the front window's bigger than the rear window.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's get into this fight that honestly, couldn't come any sooner. We got the unification bout at flyweight. WBC champ and IBF champ meet this Saturday in Arizona. We got Bam Rodriguez taking on Sonny Edwards. There will not be the Ring Magazine belt on here, even though people believe this is the number 1 and number 2 guy. And honestly, we all 3 of us sitting here, I speak for all of us, and I say I think we all agree that these are the number 1 and 2 guys at 112. But technically, Bam is not the number 2 in the top 2 ranking. So according to the rules, they're not going to put the belt on the line. But Bam, Sonny Edwards, it's a pick'em, sort of. It is boxing pick'em odds. Bam is a -200. Sonny Edwards +175 right now. Slight edge going to Bam. It is a hometown fight, even though he's from Texas, and it will be in Arizona. This is you got Sonny Edwards, probably the best footwork at the division. You got Bam coming off in the 2022 run, 2023 kind of hit up and down. How do we see this fight playing out? Any slight edge you give anybody anywhere?
I think Bam's gonna get a stoppage in the late rounds. I think he's gonna figure it out and land a bunch of clean shots on Edwards, and then just make him stop.
How do you feel about the Bam Edwards matchup, Mark?
Kind of similar, honestly. I feel like Bam's gonna be able to pick up in from the middle to late rounds and kind of really turn it up and look for a stoppage because bro got power for a little guy.
I kind of have this fight going 2 ways. It's either actually a couple ways, but it's really I think this fight will come down to does Bam utilize his fundamentals boxing? If he goes in there and kind of headhunts and is kind of looking over Sonny Edwards as oh, this is just another guy from across the pond. He's this and that. He talks a big game, but it won't be in the ring. I think, honestly, Sonny Edwards has just fundamentally sound. His fucking footwork, his hand speed, his combos, getting in and out. He could really put on a masterclass performance if Bam doesn't come at full, I think, ready for a fight. Because Sonny Edwards honestly could outbox him for 12 rounds. But Sonny Edwards does have a tendency to leave his chin up when he gets out of the pocket, which Bam could also utilize. He could catch him. Sonny Edwards does let people land shots, and Bam has probably the most power out of anybody that's land shots that he's faced. But, I mean, Bam, I still leaving a bad taste in my mouth his last couple performances where I just don't know how he's going to look. If you told me 2022, I would be Bam's about to beat the shit out of Sonny Edwards. Towards the end of 2023, And this fight is to me really close. It's like Bam could catch him. Bam also has the hometown judge, could cook him up something special. But I think Sonny Edwards could box his head off. Like it really could be like damn, like Sonny Edwards is outlaying him 3-1 when it comes to like the box stats.
It's gonna be a fun fight, man. Definitely, if you want to watch some little weights that don't get that much shine, this is definitely the fight to watch. What,
Yeah,
112, right?
Yeah, it's 112. I think the over under on the rounds is 9.5 rounds. So if you think it's gonna go the distance, it might get some good money on it. I guess I'm gonna go against the grain, and it's mostly just because his last couple performances have left me. I want to be shocked if Bam gets the hometown cooking judge win on some like split decision something, but I'm gonna go with Sonny Edwards here. I mean, my boy got his date with Calista Shields. My boy is over here. I think he's ready.
This shit, so it was crazy.
He did get his date. He said, "If I win, you gotta give me a date."
That is crazy.
He's been trying to shoot a shot on Twitter for the longest, but no, man, I think Dam's gonna dig deep, and you know what I'm saying, he's gonna land that. He's gonna land that like that straight left right on that jawline. He's gonna fracture his jaw and just make him quit.
Damn.
Y'all gotta stop it for real, for real.
That's a precise like prediction.
What about you, Mark? I know. Do you think I think you said it already. But you think he gets the stoppage? Do you think he said? Is this another UK fighter that comes from across the pond and gets shipped back in pieces?
Yeah, man. The Texas boy is he's gonna put it back on, bro. He's gonna bring back 2022 vibes. He's gonna get that late round stoppage, and I think it could be spectacular finish, man. But I do think it's gonna be a great fight. The first half of the fight is gonna be a good fight.
And I will say, if Bam drops him, no matter what round it is, early, mid, late, I think Sonny Edwards is gonna have to fucking fight for his life after that, because it's gonna be hard to win that judge's approval in Arizona if he gets dropped. Other fights on this card, we're not going to talk them, but I'm just going to point them out before we go. We got the McGrail brothers on this card. Should be a nice little fight. Both of them undefeated, one 7-0, one 8-0. But the real fight that I want to point out before we head out, MJ Akhmadov, his first fight back since the loss. He's taking on Kevin Gonzalez. And this is honestly a nice little fight. MJ Akhmadov is normally he's a massive favorite in his fights, but he's only minus 450. Other guys plus 300. Pretty close odds for boxing, especially for MJ fight. I think this is kind of we got to see where MJ is at mentally, because like he has all the talent and skill. He kind of took his last fight off, paid for it, and I mean I know y'all see the photos and videos of him when he's not training. Homie be fat as fuck on the beach with like a screwdriver in his hand.
Screwdriver.
Or a fucking tequila sunrise, whatever little fruity drink he likes to drink.
Oh, you talking about a drink, man?
Like he's on the beach with a little beer belly talking about, yeah, bro, fight in 6 weeks.
Boy,
Kazakh style.
Mixed drink. And it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, so I just want to see where he's at mentally for the co-main event. But it should be a nice little weekend of fights, boys. Before we get out of here, any last comments on either the recaps or the picks?
Hey, man, one fight we leaving off. My dog Jake Paul in action Friday night. God damn, man.
He weighed 199, biggest weight of his career.
Come on, he look beefy. He looks good.
He did a little crawl up into the face.
That was tough. You know that was tough, boy. And then he started snapping on shit in his face. Bro looks like a bum though. The other dude, he looks like he ain't gonna put up a good fight, but. Man, this is what I've been waiting for Jake to do, man. Just slowly build your resume, get those rounds, and that's all that really matters. If you really want to box, get the rounds, and then people will follow.
Get the rounds.
Other than that, I'm good, man. I'm good.
But anything from you, Gator, before we head out?
I almost forgot Jake Paul is fighting. I'm not sure he's fighting, but I'm sure he'll get the decision win. I don't think he'll knock him out, though.
I think he gets the knockout. I don't know much about the guy he's fighting, but from just the face-off, he didn't look like much of an opposition. He looked like somebody who's okay with the payday. I don't blame him. Give me that money, Jake. I'll be in there. I'll make you look fucking spectacular.
All right, so I'll make you look good.
But as always, thank y'all for listening. Go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your pick. Sonny Edwards versus Bam. Who walks out with both belts this weekend? And let us hear your thoughts on the dominant performance from Haney and the upset win of that Espinoza beating Ramirez. But as always, go down, like, subscribe. I'm Paul Pickle Winham. I'm joined with Marcus Primetime Penley and Gator Boy Southpaw Run Boxing Jamari. And if y'all didn't know, now y'all know, motherfuckers.